What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Today we'll be covering the topic, are Daiki Kougyou figures good? We'll be looking at the figure I purchased after it was released, the Guitar Girl. It is an original character by Tamaki Bankyo, and for a start, I believe Daiki Kougyou produces original figures and figures with various IPs. But is it worth the purchase? Let's find out. Today we will take on a discussive stand to see if Daiki is actually on par with its competitors. I guess the box is pretty basic, and if I should compare with other boxes, the artists have really great artwork, holographic stickers, and also embossed 3D graphics, so I would say this is pretty basic. We don't get a hard cardboard with the illustration inside, but we should because some of us collect boxes and the artwork. Here we have a flimsy paper that crumbles. The blister box is fine to me, and that's what a basic box should be. However, I think some Chinese manufacturers have been using foam boxes lined with very premium fabric. However, I don't think that is necessary. I also don't like that the advertisement is so strong on this one. Everywhere I see is daikikogyo.com. I just bought the figure. You don't have to advertise daikikogyo.com to me. Right, just right off the box from the blister packaging, I wouldn't say I would go wow with the figure. But here's all the items you get from the figure. Well, nothing to fault or shout out here. All parts are provided. All parts provided are absolutely necessary. I like that they are selling cast off, something different, which means that the clothes are optional. The base does feel a little weak and light because it's just reinforced plastic. The underside looks underwhelming. I like studios that make the parts that are not seen as best as they can, because this is pretty akin to buying a 10 grand bag and it looks just good on the outside but not the inside. On top, really, which rolls on earth has its stones flattened? I'm not totally sure about this, but I'm wondering how they even make it flatten. Did they just use a piece of flat plastic and start digging the holes? I think this is another thumbs down. At least from far, I would say this can look quite good. But I'm giving perfect scores for the guitar right here. In every way, it looks like leather. We also have all the details like the zip, handles, straps, buckles done in the most perfect way. However, I can argue that there can be a little color separation. The fabric here looks fantastic, but with the naked eye, I will say it's overshaded. Also, the fabric looks too creased. We also want to look at the fingers for realism. I don't know if this falls under anime figures, but beside a TB Link hand, it just feels like the sculptor didn't intend for the fingers to be realistic. However, the armpits look quite convincing. Now, one of the most important aspects of judging a figure is by its head sculpt. I am so sorry, but I would like to say the eyes didn't have any gloss paint, which I would expect, and since the eyes look very generic and the mouth looks too easy to produce, I would say the head sculpt lacked details. The paint job is really basic. It just looks better from far. Over here we have some shoes. It looks really basic too. Its redemption factor is that the color separation on the buckle is actually quite realistic. I don't know if I have a bad cast off, but the seams do not seem to align. I'm quite good with this because at least this is a cast off character and this is what I should expect. I would also say the figures adopt a body shape of a lady, pretty acceptable because most Aero figures have very disproportionate proportions. The front part of the hair is removable, but we can't really see the same seam lines, so it is a big thumbs up for me. Because this is a cast-off, some damage to the skin is inevitable. Well, we can't really fault Daiki for this. I know many people will have a problem of the leg packs not fitting the holes, but the plastic is rather stretchable. I'm fine with this too, just stretch the legs and it fits the holes. Well, that sounds wrong. I like that Daiki actually optimized peg stability for this release. Some of the pegs are pretty huge. Right, I really like this design so far, so let's go through the figure once more. First up, it looks really great as a display in 1/6 scale. The guitar back is also really done really well. I would say the sewage cover has some really great details. The body shape leans towards the more Aero side of figures. It's pretty realistic here. I think the face sculpt is pretty basic. Maybe it is 1/6 scale, so there are more spaces to fill in the gaps, but I think they could give the head sculpt more depth. I'll leave the rest of the figure for your appreciation. Now, will I buy a Daiki again? I really think this figure is great. I'll keep it for a long time. But the face sculpt is an indication that the figure can go really bad. My verdict is I will still buy Daiki if it is a character I really like. But the quality is also on par with the other brands. Not too fantastic, and it probably doesn't disappoint you greatly either. So I thank you for staying with me till here. If you like my video, do help to support the channel with a like or a subscribe. I appreciate it a lot, and I wish to return a little to the community when I have a chance to. Thank you and see you soon.